Okay, so one day when you go to Egypt, hopefully you go this year, um, when you go to the Valley Temple, that for me, it's the best thing in all of Egypt. I think it's more stunning what it must have looked like than even the pyramids themselves. The blocks are absolutely gigantic. Like one block is bigger than this whole wall, and brought from 500 miles south in Aswan. These are the ones with the cyclopean, strangely angled stones like you see in Peru. And when you walk in, most people ignore it, but that floor is a calcite white crystal floor. And so imagine when it was polished and when it was finished off, it must have been gleaming. And at some point in time, there were these diorite Khafra statues. Maybe you've seen them before. They're like impossibly well made out of the hardest stone in Egypt, the hardest stone in Egypt. And it's this black diorite gleaming polished statues, and the lintels that go above would have allowed, when the sun reaches its like zenith in the sky in the middle of the day, it would have shot through these holes in the ceiling, and so it would have illuminated the white floor, and you would have had the solid black statues that are shining in the sun's light. And so you're walking in and it's like glowing inside of the temple, and when you walk outside the front door of the temple, there's a dock, and you can see the dock like slopes into the ground, so the water isn't there anymore. The Nile is much further to the east now, but the Nile came straight up to the front step of the Valley Temple. So imagine you're going, you have someone pushing your little boat along on a pike in Egypt, and you're taking in you're taking in the nature around you, and like the seabirds that are flying over you, and the palm trees that are everywhere, and like imagine the sound of the water as you're coming up to the temple. And it's this huge temple. It's the largest building on the planet at the time, probably other than the pyramids themselves.